What's going on, guys? It's Joshua Man, and I'm back to you with another video. Now, the purpose of this video is going to be demonstrating the relationship and the ultimate difference between a baritone and a trombone. So with me today, I have this Yamaha marching baritone that my brother used for his marching season, and I have my trombone that I've owned for about 2 years now that I bought recently. It's a Blessing B88 O model, and the O is for open wrap, of course. And I'll just be demonstrating the subtle differences and the overall reason why you would choose one instrument over another. So we'll start with the trombone. Now, with the trombone, the first difference is obviously going to be the slide. You know, the trombone is one of the very few instruments that have a slide. You know, you obviously have the soprano trombone, otherwise known as the slide trumpet, which you can use a trumpet mouthpiece and, you know, you can get slide action there. There's been a couple other instruments that try to replicate the slide, such as a slide saxophone I've seen before, only on YouTube. I've never seen it in public, but it's cool to, you know, listen to and look at. So just subtle differences. Of course, you know, both instruments, they have slightly different mouthpieces. Now, I played a concert euphonium last year in our concert band, and I played trombone, obviously, in the symphonic band. And what I didn't know is that there's a difference with the mouthpieces, because obviously I can take this trombone mouthpiece and put it on that large bore baritone right there, but I didn't know that the overall cup and diameter is specified between euphonium and trombone. I thought, you know, if you sound good on one thing, you'll sound good. And it wasn't until we got up to festival, I had a euphonium solo by Lock and Mountain, and we were getting closer to it, and then my band director was like, "Are you using your trombone mouthpiece on your euphonium?" And I said, "Yeah, been doing that for a while." And he's like, "That's why it sounds kind of funny, because, you know, obviously different diameters and stuff, but I always, you know, thought it meant, you know, what you sound good with, you sound good with." Now, a couple things is going to be, if you're primarily a baritone player, it's good to have an instrument like trombone or an instrument like tuba to be your secondary instrument. Tuba would be better because obviously the keys and you're just an octave lower. But a trombone, you're in the same octave. The only issue is going to be learning the slide positions, which are fairly easy. I guess I would say I had a brother and he played trumpet all through high school, and then, you know, he marched baritone this past season. So I guess learning all through high school, I watched him as he did the fingerings for trumpet. I'd learn it, I'd take his trumpet from him, learn it a little bit more, you know, so get better at it, you know. So eventually with time you learn it. It's if you want to do it really. So I'll just play a quick solo piece on both instruments to see what it sounds like. Starting with scale. Alright, now to the baritone. So obviously you can hear there's some slight differences. Overall though, I'd have to say, and I've heard it from a number of different people such as Christian Lindbergh and all sorts of other people, say trombone is the closest instrument to the human voice. But when you hear the vibrato and the direct sound effect you get from a euphonium, specifically a euphonium, you hear just its rich tone. And I feel like that should be a key component to every band. Like with an orchestra, they don't usually use euphoniums for some reason, orchestral bands, which I really don't know why they you know, because obviously, you know, a lot of people, especially trombone players, are going to be favoritism to trombones. They'll be like, oh yeah, of course they pick trombone over that, you know. But really, it's the rich sound of a euphonium that makes it so defiant. So let's give it a go with another song. Now, with the marching baritone. Alright, so what I feel is with the marching baritone, I can almost project louder, but I feel like the sound is a little bit more clear for me as a trombone player. Because really, when you project louder, you're not really focusing on tone. When you finally get that establishment of tone and volume, that is when you truly thrive as an instrument player, as a musician. See, and I can get that loudness on the euphonium, but I can't really get it on the trombone without blasting out my tone quality. See, it's just shot dead. All you're getting is loudness, you know, it's overblowing everything. That was my issue through high school. So I guess really the difference between trombone and baritone is what kind of richness and sound are you going for, you know? Because with, like I said, I've played both a little bit extensively. I played euphonium this past year, and I felt that euphonium was really meant to be the balance for the low brass. You get that slight balance between trombone and tuba. You know, you get that baritone sound. And with the trombone, it's really fun, and it's, you know, really power, I guess, establishment. Because even though, you know, it doesn't really make sense because you have no keys at all here, it's just a slide, you should be able to just, with dominance, I find myself, I can actually play louder on this baritone than I can with that. So that's going to be it for this video. Really the key differences between the two instruments and which one might be right for you. This is Joshua Mammo with another video. See you guys next time.